What is going on, my good people? This is your main man Ben here, and we are Talk Active, practicing justice, courage, wisdom, and moderation. Happy Saturday, folks. Happy Saturday to y'all, man. And hopefully you guys are well and healthy. It is Saturday morning here in Baltimore, 41 degrees, and it's very cold. So far, no rain. I want to hit the bicycle, cycling, but it is so cold out there. I refuse to do it. Hope you guys are cool though, man. First and foremost, thank you for the support in this channel. I truly appreciate the love, donations, coffee donations. Amazing how little things push us to be better. That being said, I would also like to thank our new subscribers in our main channel. We are almost 1,000 subscribers. That is our goal. We're like 935. Just a little more push, guys. You know, we got that goal. We need to be in that threshold, since that goal drives us to be better and creating contents such as this. If you missed our episode 98, we talked about benefit of a doubt. We discussed on how the community or people looked at a woman with more than one baby father. It is indeed a very interesting topic, but yet we thought and think that if we only decide to make things reasonable, we can always come out with positive and become infectious to one another. Yeah, that was a very good topic, man. I mean, it was requested to us by one of our stay hidden and anonymous, but we respect that. But it was a good talk. Check that episode. And also, we have another book, guys. We have another book, incoming book. And it's amazing that we can move again with that audiobook, because it's a short story about dating, relationships, and what it takes to become an alpha male. Check that book. It is a banger. We got a lot of good things happening, but I think it is a good short read. I wasn't the author of the book, but I was commissioned to narrate the book. So I read the book, the entire short book, and will be published in audiobook, in Apple Bookstore, in Google Bookstore, and we are moving forward to it. And just a little push for it, guys, and we're just waiting for that quality check. And it's a good book. It's a good book. Whew. There's indeed a lot going on. Little bit of nasally there, but couple of things here, guys. We have a new channel. Specifically, I made that channel to reach out to our Filipino friends. We do a lot of side gig aside from audiobook, podcasting. We do crypto. Been doing crypto since 2017. Check that group that we made. It is amazing. This is all Tagalog. So, mga Tagalog po yung session natin doon para po makaintindi ang ating mga kapatid, makatulong po at mamulat po yung ating mga vision para po sa ikabubuti ng ating buhay. May chance tayo lahat. We all have a chance to improve, to step up. We don't have to be left aside because we don't have that extra push or encouragement coming from our friends or peers or family. But we are one big family here. That's one of my contributions to the universe, to spread the good news Aside from God, good news, we spread the chance to better our life. And I believe cryptocurrency is one of that beautiful thing that is happening right now that eventually will be adopted fully. We've been preaching that since 2017, and the massive adoption of big companies right now, it's happening. It's so big. Check it out. Usapang Crypto. Usapang Crypto. By the way, guys, currently, what is it? October 22, as Saturday, we have a little bit of movement in crypto. Bitcoin putting up 0.84% in the past 24 hours. 19,170. Ethereum at 1,304. BNB at 269. XRP at 46 cents. Solana at 27.89, and Dogecoin at 5 cents. So there's a lot of price action, a little bit of greens. But yeah, overall, it looks like, the past year bull run, Bitcoin hit almost $70,000. So I've been preaching that in the past, guys. Check it out. Check it out. Don't get discouraged about what's happening right now. But if you are, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But if you want to see the bigger picture, you don't want to see the 24 hours. You don't want to see the past 7 days. You don't want to see the 1 year only. So if you look at the graph itself, yeah, from almost $70,000 to $19,000. But if you zoom out further, since the adoption of Bitcoin or the introduction of Bitcoin since 2010, you would see that graph, how it spiked from 10 cents to almost 70. So you would have an idea on how it is looking. Just a quick pitch on that one. But yeah, gas prices though today, what is it? I don't know about the gas prices. I mean, it's up to you, Sometimes if gas prices are like so boring, I'd like to...
History is filled with almost.
I want to almost shoot my leg because of gas prices from $1. I remember when I had my first car, 2004, a Honda Civic EX. I love that car. But current gas price right now in Baltimore is $3.69. Yeah, that is the normal pump. But if you go to Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco, it's a little bit more less, at least 20 cents less. But man, gas prices. Here's the thing. Why are we introducing crypto, man? I believe adoption, once this current situation that we're in would be, a memory or history, there's going to be another bull run. There's only two market, bear, bull run. If you don't trade, then you don't make anything at all. That's an entire new spectrum. But if you're, just buying and holding, yeah, good things would come. Night will not forever night. There will be daylight. That's what I'm saying. Prepare and arm yourself. But other than that, guys, we're going to move on. We are in the month of October. Theme of the month is virtue and kindness. Our own insight of high moral standards and consideration. Since we practice practicality to be able to live well, we will apply the one that will work in our method. I almost forgot about it. We got a podcast, episode 99, guys. I would like to name or entitle this episode as Marks of a Good Life. Marks of a Good Life. So it's going to be a quick hit. Very nice episode, I think. It's very simple, but I believe sometimes when I prepare on things such as this podcasting, it takes a little time to prepare. Aside from the typical norms that you plug in, I'm sharing my workflow. You got to do and be honest on what you share, the content, because one way or the other, it is our podcast, but we have a responsibility on what we say, we broadcast, because we are, like it or not, like a mini radio station. I mean, we have listeners, we have potential, newcomers, but by the end of the day, like what I said, we will all be looked at on how we preach the gospel or how we share our knowledge, because knowledge is wealth. But marks of a good life. What is it for you? What is it for you? What's the meaning of that question? Because most of us question ourselves at times, and I'll be guilty of that. Why I was born? Why I was born? What is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life? When I was a teenager, there's a lot of different things that I want to happen, but there was depression, and man, I don't want to dip in right now with that, but we would have to. There's a lot of study shows currently right now, even in my wife's audiobook, man. I mean, it's concerning about what's happening with the teenagers these days. It's a very tough time for them. It's a different era, a different generation. I mean, suicide rate is higher. It's its highest in human civilization right now. And hopefully we all learn about, how to build relationships, especially with our brothers, sisters, sons and daughters. I know it's easier said than done, but this is the actual life that we are talking about, the journey or personal journey, like what I said, personal journey that we are all in. Hopefully we establish that true relationship that would help out each other and build a relationship that is based on real feelings, not hidden, not suppressed, but it's an open relationship of love and honesty. And I believe we are, me and my house, we are in that practice, and we are not myself. I need to improve in that one better. I need to, admit at one time you have to see if you want to improve, you need help. And if you need help, you would need to admit first on what you can't do. What you can't do. You can't mask Band-Aid forever on an open wound. That a wound that needs stitching. You can't just patch and put Band-Aid in it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to close properly or heal quickly as it should. But we need to do that as well in our life. But that would be some part of it. And if you talk about the meaning of life, it's very vague, because once I saw a poster that says, "What is a friend? What is a friend? A friend is a living treasure." And a living treasure, how would you keep a living treasure? There's a lot of ways to keep a living treasure by, spending time to them, talking to them, as what real people does. We build relationships by playing basketball, or going at our houses. We sing together, videoke night. We share time sometimes with vacations. That's how you build relationship. But they're also building of relationship in times of challenging times, when there's sadness or, failure in life. You can also build on that one. It's like, crypto. There is fun in bull run, and there is beauty in the bear market. When we say bull run, everything is high, easy. Oh man, I can do this. I can trade easy because it's bull run. It's so easy to say that when everything is up. When Bitcoin is $70,000 or $69,000, it's so easy to pretend, since everything is up, oh, I can do this easy. But when the market is low, it is pulled down, everything is putting into the drain or in the toilet, and it's all in the floor, then you start questioning yourself. But yet there is growth in it if we arm ourselves with education. I'm not saying we're going to be the baddest boy there in crypto trading block or stock market. No. But we have an understanding of what is your risk tolerance. What is a win for you? For myself, I'll take a win if I make $5-10 a day in trading. Typical people would say, that's big. But people that has a lot of funds or money, they were like, oh man, I feel bad for you. These people that get a lot of, money, and they're in a different level. But once again, it's the same thing as how you define your friend, how you define a living treasure. How do you find your win? If I define myself as trading and I win $5-10 a day, and you sum that up, at least in 30 days, you got $300 in 1 month. I'm not saying you trade a lot in one day, but trading doesn't need to be in a environment in 24 hours in the screen. It doesn't work out like that. Well, you can if you're up to, but I got a life to live, you know what I'm saying? But if you sum that up in 1 month, $300 or maybe $150 a month, that is big. And if you quantify that annually, it's $3,600. In trading itself, you're not even doing physical work. You're just behind the cell phone or a computer to trade. And that's how I define one of marks of good life. If you see those little wins, but don't compare yourself on what your neighbor's shoes are filled. Just be concerned of your own definition, because you don't know what they're going through. That's a typical talk that or things that we already know. You don't have to compare yourself to them, because you don't know how or what they did before coming or reaching that side of life. That's what I say about the marks of good life. Simple things with people struggling breathing. If you work in a medical field, you see a lot of sickly people. Not even in age or old people or young people, even 18 years old, 20 years old. It's a thing that they say in their deathbed or something like that, and they will say, I only wish that I can breathe properly. I only wish I can walk properly. I just want to walk in the park. That's all I want in life. But other people take for granted of simple breathing. I don't have asthma. I do have asthma, but other people don't have asthma. But we manage our own by exercising. I haven't had any asthma attack for, 3-4 years. But those little things that you mark yourself on what is the meaning of a good life. People are struggling, but we take for granted of it. One more example here. I had a bad accident. Really terrible accident. Year 2006. Let me sip my coffee here. Ben is going to preach. No. Yeah. Yes, I will. 2006, I had a bad accident. Broke both of my femur, the left leg in 3 pieces. On top of that, I also broke my C3 in my neck. I cracked it just a little bit more. Doctor said, yeah, you can be paralyzed shoulder to toe. C3 in your spinal column. Yeah, I got a souvenir here in my forehead, a big gash. Yeah, but I realized that when I was trying to recover and I saw the difference of medicine, how you feel about it with and without it. I was prescribed with very, very strong drug called oxycodone and OxyContin. Like I said, I broke both of my femur, left side in 3 pieces, and I was wearing a collar here. C3 was broken. So when I lie down in bed like this, I cannot turn my neck left or right. I only lie down one side, which is lying down flat in bed. That's your only choice. That was my only choice. And I broke both of my leg. So the way I work is when I want to get up and I want to pee, I have a rod. And inside that rod, there's a metal and there's a big nylon thing, a cloth with like a circle that I can hook up my leg and pull it and slowly slide beside the bed and putting the leg down slowly. Since I broke both of my femur, it's injured. I cannot explain to you how much the pain is when the blood's starting to distribute all the way to your toe. Because if I'm lying like this straight line and then I try to get down in the bed and the leg would like shape to like letter L, man, it was excruciating. That's just merely moving my leg in position on getting up. Well, I just want to pee. I can't get up. I broke both of my femur. It's so painful. So I have a thing so I can pee in the bed. And that itself only, thought about it, what a mark of good life I had versus what I got right now. And imagine on the injury side, I have to recover. I have to do therapy. In 1 week of therapy or 2 weeks, I quit. I don't want therapy because I thought that they're just playing and I didn't feel like, because I was a very active son of a gun. I was so active. But when I go to therapy, I felt like they put ice and cold patch. They put me on a stationary bike. And that's about it. It pissed me so much that I was like, how can I play basketball? How can I, play MMA? How can I kick? How can I punch? How can I do the things that I used to do? How can I drive my manual car if this is the thing? So I quit therapy in the 2nd week and I did my own self-therapy. Imagine that, man. And that drug OxyContin and oxycodone makes you like feel like normal. If I cannot get up without the crutches, without taking the drug first, it's so much pain. There's so much excruciating or misery in life. But once you take that drug, I can drive the manual car. It's nothing. I don't feel anything. But then again, that's masking it. It is not healing it. And at point, people become dependent in it. Even though at the point that they don't have injury, they still want to take pain medicine. When I figured that out, I ditched all of it. I throwed it into the toilet. I had chills. So I would believe that's a withdrawals. Chills. I got cold sweats. My tummy was shaking. I would say I suffered that kind of withdrawal for like 5 or 7 days. And then I figured out, man, I don't want to be in this misery. I don't want to be in this predicament. You can have all your money. You can have your million. I just want my leg back. I just want my neck to turn left to right normally, look up and down normally. You can have your million. I was walking beside the street in the sidewalk with crutches, broken femur both, and I got a neck brace and I did my self-therapy. Way back then, we live in Smith Avenue, and it's just beside on a business street in Smith Avenue, and there's like high school, middle school, church, there's Royal Farms. It's busy. I did not care if people riding their car on a rush hour see me walking beside that sidewalk, and they look at me like, oh man, this guy, man. And I was like, yeah, it's painful, but I have to walk. I have to do it. And I remember one event, tears falling in my cheeks, man, when I was like, what happened to me? And I think that was the day after my surgery, and then I went to rehab, and finally I went home, peeking at my window in my room beside the street, and I was like, yo, a couple of days ago I was in there, I was jogging, and now I can barely even get up in the bed. I can't go down to the stairs. I can't go to the toilet without assistance. And I was like, what happened? And yeah, I was crying at that point, man. And that's what I said about good life. We take for granted things that we have right now, but once it's taken away, you would realize, yo, I had a good life. I had a good life. But the lesson here, guys, is we're gonna hit our ender here. Here's the thing, that it even occurred to you that instead asking the question, what is the meaning of life or existence? But we already had the answer that life itself is already the answer. Let that sink in. My marks of the good life is the embodying of the practice of wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. The tiny contributions we made to the universe is a good life. I hope you guys picked up something today. Thank you for listening. This is your main boy. Peace out.